Hello and welcome to another episode of Escapades Play Review Session. My name is Suryansh, and as always, joined by Akshit and Amit. So that's the halfway point. We've reached game week 19. Um, Started off turbulent, but safe to say that all three of us are, making giant leaps towards the top, and that's how we expect it to be. So as every week, as we do it, we are here giving you picks of and the hits of double game week 19 that just went by. So yeah, man, let's not waste time. And Amit, talk to me, man. How was your game week? And yeah,
This week I was hoping for a big push, and in the cup match I was pitted against Egypt's number 77. I was really nervous. I did not want my cup run to end this sooner, but fortunately for me, he had taken a minus 12 point. Although I did not require that minus 12 to come into play, but it wasn't in general a great game week for me because I was expecting to cross the 100-point barrier. I could only manage 91. It was above average for me, and the arrows were not green. It was red in my case. But 91 points from a double game week, it's exactly not a failure, but not exactly a success, like both of you. But yeah, this game week was full of surprises, and the defense, surprising to the contrary belief, defense was the main reason why people leapfrogged each other. Defense was the key going into this. Looking back at this game week, so going into this game week, I've picked two players as my player choices, slightly unconventional, not the usually point gainer type, but the unexpected picks, which turned out to be one of the most differential in this game week were Gundogan and Justin. Most of us had Justin out for this game week. Some of my friends even benched Justin for this game week. Many of my rivals I've seen in their pages that they have benched Justin for this game week, and surprisingly, with along with their rise, with Leicester rising up in the table, Justin has really kicked on, and unexpectedly or somewhat not not everybody they were expecting had managed to achieve 15 pointer from two of the fixtures against Chelsea and Southampton, not the fixtures you would really easy your money on to put your money on to Justin to score those points. And defensively looks as solid. And even with Castane, when Castane got fitter, we all expected Justin not to be a regular pick, but contrary to that, Justin has been showing up, and he has been one of the revelations this season, continuing his form where he left from last season. And this Brendan Rodgers sides looks to be really informed this season. Although next few weeks will be defining with Jamie Vardy out. Let's see if Leicester can deal with that pressure of not having Jamie Vardy. But all, Justin would be one of the differential pick and one of the most effective pick if you had him in your team this weekend. Now, my second pick, another pick, which was slightly unexpected, but it is gonna be. I have a feeling he's going into the next game weeks. He is gonna be one of the one of the main picks. It's Gundogan from City, and he had scored like 5 goals from the last 8 outings, if I'm not wrong. And
he's
he
failed to
had
give a FPL return only once in the last 5 game weeks. So that's how underrated a player he is, man. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
definitely.
Definitely. And with the news coming in that when we're recording the video that KDB is out for next 4 to 5 weeks with a hamstring injury. So you see that City team, which is mostly inexperienced, apart from Sterling, which is who often blows hot and cold. You can have a Gundogan as your safe pick if you can have a safe pick from a City midfield. Due to the uncertainty of Guardiola. But yeah, Gundogan going into this, looking back into this past 2 game weeks, scoring 15 odd points, and going into the run of fixture that City is having from For the next few game weeks, they are having Sheffield and teams from the bottom half of the table. So this is why I had picked Gundogan, not just for this game week, also going into the next game weeks.
Just adding on to what you said, absolutely, you had lovely picks in Ilkay Gundogan. He's a lovely player. One of those players who've taken their time to adjust to the City side. Now it feels like he's growing into his own. He's fighting lesser. Is less competition for places. So I mean that's showing, and always been a class player, and is FPL wise is giving returns now.
But enough about City. We don't like talking about City much, as you all guys know. So, Mr. 117 pointer, how was a game week?
Yeah, I mean, you just mentioned in your, 117 points. Wasn't expecting that to be honest. But yeah, played off in last couple of game weeks, 4 or 5 game weeks, like I mentioned again and again on this pod. Managed to come down from an atrocious rank of 3.2 mil to less than 500k now, which is very very pleasing. So yeah, I mean, thanks to contradictory to what you were saying, thanks to City assets and especially John Stones. I'm sure Akshat will talk more about that later on. But yeah, man, I mean,
Halfway into the season, I had a lead of around 90 points over you, and it feels like it has been gone in like 90 seconds.
yeah, I remember in the league that we have. I mean, I was languishing second bottom, second from the bottom, not very long ago. But like the tables have turned, like literally. But yeah, man, this game week was nice. Safe to say that the double game week played off. I had captained Harry Kane. So that paid off. Call it a master stroke or luck. I mean, I leave that to the viewers. But but scoring more points than most of the dangerous assets did in 2 game weeks. So I'm pretty pleased with the captain pick. Um, so yeah, coming to my picks, players, taking some inspiration from you, Amit, going for unconventional picks. And my first pick for the game week is Matt Target. At a very I for me he's the GP of the season so far. Priced under five, he's done a fantastic job. 9 clean sheets Aston Villa have had. That's second only to City, and that's a phenomenal job. All the results they've had. I just came across a stat that they've equaled the winning matches from last season already. So this is not just a fluke 2-3 match thing with Villa. So Matt Target is a pick of mine. Against City, we were not to be um, very honest. We were not expecting any returns from Matt Target, and but that was not the case till about the 80th minute. Villa was giving City a fight, but conceded 2 goals there. Nothing great to show. But against Newcastle, it was really impressive. He constantly links up with Jack Grealish in front of him. When it comes to offensive fullback, he's been in scintillating form. Provided a couple of assists as well. Even in the goal, apart from the goal, he's been taking long shots, attracting a lot of bonus points basically. So yeah, for me, Matt Target at 4.6 if I'm not wrong. Phenomenal pick, and GP of the season for me, hands down. So yeah, man, expecting a lot from Matt Target in the second half of the season. And the second pick of mine is Antonio. This was a pick that off air Akshat and I were having along with Anand. On if I should bring in Antonio for DCL or I did. I had a gut feeling that he will play well. He's had an injury wrecked season so far. This was perhaps the first time I actually took notice of Antonio. Also, Haller moving to Ajax. Also, they don't have a striker. So, played on that a little. Also, his strengths, Antonio's strengths, runs tirelessly. That is what you expect from a West Ham side. I mean, just running and not just purposeless running. He makes players around him look better. Both the fixtures, he scored a goal, proved to be the match winner. Attracted 3 points. The only regret I have this game week was that I was about to captain Antonio instead of Kane. So I wish I had listened to my
So
gut.
your boundless love for Moyes finally paid off.
While having the
Go on,
discussion
Akshat.
with Anand, I'm really glad that he listened to his gut, because Anand was saying that you should wait for 1 week. Let You should just see how he is performing, whether he is able to run properly on the pitch or not. But I'm really glad you brought him. Otherwise, you would have missed the huge amount of points that Antonio gave you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, absolutely. But coming back to Amit's Moyes point, just showing some respect to Moyes for, thanking him for bringing in Mata, That's my way of thanking David Moyes on relying on his striker. So yeah, man, all in all, he looked sharp, Antonio. Even he's got 2 goals in 4 days. So I mean that's remarkable, and just the way he was playing the game. Apart from scoring, he was looking very hungry. He's trying to, like I just mentioned, West Ham are in for a striker. Moyes did mention that they want a striker. So till the time they get one, I think it's a good chance for Antonio to make this spot his own, and that is what it seems his aim is. So yeah, man, overall a good performance, favorable fixture next game week. So yeah, these are my 2 picks, Antonio and Matt Target. So let's hope that they keep firing and remain in our hits of game week 20. So from one centurion to another, I'm sorry, I'm bragging, guys. We come to Akshat. Yeah, Akshat, I mean, please tell us how many points you scored. You were itching for that. And please talk to me, man. Your hits.
So yeah, this game I scored 100, and this was my first century of my FPL career till now. So really glad that I could score in the double game week a century. And apart from the game week was pretty nice. Could have scored more. If I would have taken a bench boost, I would have gone up to 120. But no regrets. Still scoring 100. It means a lot right now. So the players for this game week that I have picked, one player I had in my team, Stones, and I think most of the people who have doubled up or tripled up on City assets, they must be having Stones in their team, because this guy is, I think, becoming one of the core members of Pep team, Pep's team, because in the last 10 matches that he has played, he has kept 8 clean sheets, and along with his defensive prowess, I think he has started to discover his goal scoring prowess as well. After it hurts me to say this, but after scoring a goal against United in the semi final in the Carabao Cup, coming back to Premier League and scoring 2 goals in a match, it is a no short feat. And he is hungry for goals. You can see it in his eyes, but he's also hungry for clean sheets. Like there's one interesting stat that I read, that whenever Diaz, Stones, and Ederson have started, they have not conceded a single goal. And even the partnership between Diaz and Stones is pretty awesome to look at, because now as I read that Laporte may be coming back, but I don't. But I think that Pep will be skeptical to remove Stones, a set player, from a team who has been giving him clean sheets as well.
Let's not forget that Stones a couple of seasons ago was England's go-to centre back. I mean, I remember his transfer from Everton to City. He was the next big thing. I mean, he had a lot of reputation to his name, and uh, not wrongfully. He's a very
Yeah.
good ball playing
Mourinho going
defender.
really hard after Stones also, if you remember.
Hmm.
Mourinho was at Chelsea and he was going really hard at Stones, getting Stones at Chelsea. But
It's good. It's good for any player who if he lives up to his potential. That's good to see, irrespective of any team they're representing. But yeah,
Yeah.
go on, Akshat.
So apart, this was the second City player that we have picked for game week review, and now my second pick is the second player from Leicester. It's Madison. I think after coming back from injury, one or two off games only. Otherwise, he has been in a phenomenal form. You can see it on the pitch, the way he is creating chances. He's passing the ball, and the last season, he scored 6 goals and 5 assists. And just halfway through the new season, he has scored 6 goals and has got 4 assists. So I think he'll be breaking his last year's record definitely. And I think Leicester benefited from the patience that they kept when Madison was out due to injury, because as soon as he came back from injury, they gave him some time to get in the groove. And I think he started to explode, and maybe he'll explode more because with Vardy out for a few weeks, I think he'll be playing a more central role, and maybe he might be getting more goals and more assists. So yeah, I think for me the second player is Madison. This is the second time that he's featuring in our hits of the game week. So that too, missing the first few matches due to injury, and then coming back, and then some match winning performances. So yeah, I think he's a very special player.
All right, so amazing, guys. Amazing discussion, amazing picks. So another small segment that we've introduced for you guys is a small section what we call a hunch pick for the next game week. All three of us just pick one player. No analysis, no stats, no explaining why the pick. We just pick one player, which we think will stand out in the game week that will come. The next game week, that is, in this case, game week 20. So let's start with Akshat, man. Who's your hunch for game
Since
week
we have
20?
already taken two City players in the review session, I think it is fair enough for me to choose a United player. In the end, it's always United for me. So I'll again go with Bruno. I desperately wanted him to perform. He did get an assist in the second game week, in the second game, but I seriously wanted him to perform against Liverpool. I would not say that he was very good, but I think he was very decent. And the next fixture that he has is Sheffield United, which is a pretty easy fixture for him. So I think also the
So
yellow card
one
scare
thing,
has been removed from after the
Oh
19th
yeah,
game week.
that's a
Yes.
massive point to make.
Yeah. So I think that for me, the hunch of the game week 20 is Bruno.
whenever we make these videos, we usually ask each other who is gonna be a pick. And we generally do not ask it from Akshay because he is always taking up the United players and we are always stuck with the City players.
Yeah, man. Moving
So
forward, yeah, man.
yeah,
Amit, you tell me who's your
yeah,
pick
yeah.
for the next
So
game.
being stuck with the City player for the hunch of the game week again. So my this week it has to be Phil Foden. Even in the FA Cup fixture, the boy wonder came on and changed the turn of the match, and
Absolutely.
yeah, you
Absolutely.
could see the confidence in this boy. Although his finishing still needs to be worked on, but with KDB out right now and at 6.3, I genuinely think he is, if not a better option, on par with Raheem Sterling as your as going into the next game week with from the City team. So yes, Phil Foden, keeping it short and simple. So
uh,
Suryansh, what's gonna be your pick? Another Antonio?
I can, let me assure you that this pick is going to surprise you because I've just changed it the last minute. uh, my pick hunch for going into the next game week has to be Patrick Bamford. He's playing a Newcastle. He's playing a Newcastle side that's very low on confidence. Steve Bruce is under tremendous pressure, and I won't call myself lucky enough, but I was watching the Newcastle game the other day, and trust me, guys, they need help. Just read an article also saying that how they've managed 19 points till this point till game week 20 is in itself an achievement. So let's do this. And Patrick Bamford for me.
I think Bamford has also blanked for quite a few game weeks, so I think it's high time that he scores and gives return to the FPL
Newcastle
managers.
hasn't scored for 14 hours. Last 8 games, they have 1 goal. And I know this stat not from any stat books because the pain of having Wilson all through the game.
You've been a loyal loner
And
of
I can't
Wilson.
still get him out of my team because KDB got injured. So
Yeah,
yes, the
he
pain
has to
continues.
stay in the team.
Basically, he's your Oliver Burki. What Oliver Burki is in my team, the guys managed to be there
Oh,
almost
you
10
have
game weeks
Burki?
now.
I still have Ryan Brewster. Don't get me into this competition.
So on that note, guys, we can argue about this the entire night. So yeah, that's it from us. Please like, subscribe, share. Tell us what you want us to discuss. Debate, and we'll be sure to do that. Till the next game week, let's the second half of the season. May the arrows be green, and let's roll on. Cheers, guys.
Yes.